who 18 years and up, or parents and or caregivers those with disability to watch this podcast and learn about very possible topics such as budgeting, which we're talking about today, DSP, how you find them, and other topics that could be very hard for children to understand. With that being said, Shannon and I advise you not to listen to this podcast with children in the room unless you are okay as a parent with that, with that, with them hearing possible topics. It's totally up to you, but we just wanted to let you know that these topics are very possible or hard to understand, and B, Shannon and I are not experts at any topic that we talk about. We are just talking as two young adult women with cerebral palsy and or experience related to the Ribbon podcast topic. So if you need expert advice, make sure you're checking the description down below on each podcast as we do our best to provide expert resources down below. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, hey, my name is Anna. I am 24 years old. I am a social media influencer and a health advocate who runs a variety of networking events for those with disabilities. I also have a background working in developmental disability hospital.
Hi, and for those who don't know me, I'm Shannon. I am a disability advocate, a motivational speaker, you a you name it, I am it, and I am just trying to break down the stereotypes that disability people get. People with disabilities get, I'm sorry. And that is just me in a nutshell. And Anna and I started this podcast because we as children, or we as young adults, I should say, us as people, we don't get what we deserve, and people treat us differently, and we need to show them that no, just because we are disabled, we are capable of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and also, thank you for pointing that up, Shannon, because we also wanted this podcast because I was telling Shannon a couple weeks ago, I want to say that I attended a cerebral palsy family day, which is an event for families all over the United States to come and attend and learn about life with cerebral palsy, and the questions I got during that day were kind of really, what's the word, Shannon? Eye-opening?
Gut-wrenching.
Butt-wrenching, yeah. Really butt-wrenching, and it really made me worry for the disability community and the caregiver and family members involved in it. I think a lot of people are out here trying to put out life with a disability, and that can create a lot of perceptions that are not good. They are actually harmful to our society. So this podcast is for keeping my unfiltered for that reason, Hannah and I are going to try and be as honest as we possibly can with you guys, and we hope that family listening to this understand that their family is unique and that everything's gonna work out even if it's a really hard time.
Agreed.
Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about the wonderful topic of how the hell do you budget when you have a disability and when you might be on a lower um income tier than a normal American. I hope that didn't offend anyone, but yeah. So I thought Hannah and I would start off this podcast by talking a little bit about how we do make money, or how outside of me outside of security income, because I feel like the misconception is going to come up in the podcast that people with disabilities cannot work, and before we move any further into budgeting, I think it's important that we realize that people with disabilities can and will do something productive in society one way or another. And if you don't work, maybe you can talk about like what your plan to work or like what you hope at income wise and stuff like that.
Yes, let me tell you, those that are told that their young adult can't work because of their disability is a lie from the pit of hell. I'm going to repeat. People that tell you your young adult can't work because of their disability is a lie from the pit of hell.
Right.
Is it going to look different? Probably, depending on their situation. Like for me as an example, my work day would look different because I am unable to restroom myself. So I would probably only be able to work 4 hours before I had to use the restroom. And and then I'd either, depending on what my boss thought, I would either leave work for that day or I would call somebody up to my job and have them restroom me and then leave. But it all depends on what your boss thinks of it in the situation. But right now I don't work because of that reasoning, because I can't restroom myself. So we by who I mean we, me and my family as a whole are researching, doing different things to try to get me a job so I can work and so I can get income besides my social security disability, because believe me, I hate living on social security. I'm going to repeat, I
Everybody
hate
knows.
living on social security.
And
And go ahead.
and I was gonna say like what Hannah is pointing out is like or that can be accommodated at a work location and under the Americans with Disabilities Act with Happy Disability Pride Month, by the way. Under that act, your employer has to accommodate you on however works for you and however works for the company. Additionally, Hannah and I are social media that memorability by building up our brand with things like the podcast or Instagram platform or TikTok platform. All that will, in the long run, will become income for us. We hope, we dream, we work for a buck for doing that, but like, I want people listening to that, like, if you are disabled or have an individual who is disabled themselves, like, I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense. If you are disabled or have someone with a disability, I want you to realize that there is a massive social media community, and with today's day and age and technology, if you budget yourself right and if content creation or publication or using your voice to advocate in whatever way, like social media is a wonderful way to work toward your income that would be supporting you in addition to your social security monthly tax. And I think that's the way Shannon and I want to frame this. Um how do I like to call myself a core business disability owner? Do you call yourself that too, Shannon? Or
Can you repeat the word? I misunderstood you.
no, you're good. Core business social media creator. I consider my brand a business.
Yes, 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 I do.
Yeah. And so I think that's kind of where I want to focus on today rather than employment outside of my home. I feel like that's probably going to be the best hack, don't you think, Shannon, for a lot of families?
Yes, I agree. And I wouldn't be who or where I am today in the social media journey if it wasn't for this amazing lady right here, Anna. She got me into social media. I made an account that was a personal account, and I was just posting whatever I felt like. And then I don't remember because it was in 2021, but I think one of us slid into each other's DMs asking us to follow each other, and that's how I got into social media. Is I got a connection with Anna, and Anna has helped me become the disability advocate I am today. No, she does. I want to clarify. No, she does not run my platforms. I run my very own platform. She has just helped me get to where I am today. And I wouldn't be the amazing social media disability advocate, you name it, without her.
Right, and like, hey, you and I wouldn't be where I was today without some of the things I'm going to talk about, like budget wise, so all that stuff. So as we dive into this, as I said earlier, like we don't make money right now, but like, how do we budget on social media? Social media. Social security pay
This
to run. Yeah, how do we?
is why it is called CP Unfiltered, because you are gonna get anything you are gonna get anything come out of our mouths, whether it's correct, false, anything is gonna come out of our mouth when we are on a rampage.
Yep. So how do we budget our social security tax to make it meet our branding or branding, meaning our social media content money on that little bit of money, and we are not going to tell you a payment amount for privacy reasons, but we will tell you an amount for a brand and stuff like that. So, Shannon, where would you like support on that hat?
Sure, I've noticed that I had a bunch of subscriptions that I was subscribed for: Netflix, YouTube, uh, you name it, I probably had it. And recently, I sat down with my person. I'm just going to call her a person. I'm not going to say names, but just I sat down with my person and I said to her, I want to focus on my brand. And she said, okay, what does that entail? I said that entails getting rid of subscriptions that I really don't need. And so
Mhm.
right and so that really helped me budget my money for my brand, is getting rid of subscriptions I really don't need. So the only subscriptions that I have for fun right now are Disney Plus, and that's all the subscription I need for my free time, because believe it or not, being a social media influencer takes a hell of a lot of work. You bust your ass day in
Mhm.
and day out. You don't
Right.
get no free time. The only free time I have is when I'm off the clock, and that's usually between 5:30 and 6, and then I can do whatever the hell I please. But some days I work till 10, 11 o'clock, and it depends on what I need to get done.
Yep. And I'm pulling up my notes here so I don't miss anything that I want to make sure we talk about. Is this my mother? Yep. Okay. Okay. Uh, yep. So, as Shannon was saying earlier, how we met with unnecessary conception, I think the easiest way to do that is if you type in on the internet, like, budgeting, monthly budget template, and you fill in all you fill in all the things actually big tip for anybody who is trying to budget with a disability is submit a monthly budget template with you guys can see right here. This is actually the one I use. I made it off Etsy. I make a dowel, and what I do is every month I put in the top corner here. Shannon, can you see where I'm pointing? Right
Yes.
here. Okay, wonderful. So in the top corner, I will put in all the income that I have here. So for me, that's usually Social Security and another income from my consulting business that I run. So I put them all up here, and then I usually get rid of the income breakdown. I don't need that, and then I kind of like to see what I spend money on, and if you are a parent, somebody who is a veteran learner, I recommend that you the you you know what I send. diamond hold of what they hand on, and then button and apple. I don't use that. I feel like the button and apple, thing is really hard, and I would not feel what you have to say about that. But I feel like when you're living with a disability, if you have a processing disorder like myself, I feel like knowing the math number is better than alignment of budget amount of dollars for this thing this month.
No, I am a visual learner, and to see what I'm actually budgeting instead of saying I'm going to budget X, Y, and Z. I need to see it. I'm a visual learner. I have always been a visual learner. I'm a hands-on learner. Anytime that I can get my hands on something I'm learning, it processes better in my brain.
Mm-hmm. And then, so I would, based on that, and Shannon and I point of view, we would recommend that you get rid of the app you get rid of the budgeting line item because that is not going to be very helpful if you are learning how to budget for your disability. Then down below is where you can put all your bills, and then so I know that Social Security requires you to pay for X amount of dollars towards like your room and board or something of that nature. That way you can qualify for Social Security. I think do not help me on that, but that is one of my main aspects. So I might put that over here in bill, and then I might put any other symptoms with Shannon and I will give you recommendations on running a business in a packet, but the any symptoms related to things that you have to pay for Social Security, like or your health. And when I say health, I mean what can you buy or what can you have time to for your health. So my main priority as an individual budgeting on Social Security on the key following topics. My brand, my my must do for Social Security, or my room and board, or whatever you have to pay, to be on Social Security, and then my personal health, so my workout subscription, my dear my workout subscription, my workout equipment, my what else do I have? My anything like that, those would be considered bill. I consider bill to be anything that can help you live. And then over here in the plastic or the things that you can or the things that you can pay for with your extra money after all your bills are paid. So how much though to me would be coffee, dinner night out with friends, what else? beta food, my beta, my helium hobby, my, my, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to admit this, but my reborn doll hobby, things like that. And then over here, yeah, and that's kind of how I've done it with the template. They do have a must be that one, but I don't like the must be that one at all. I like this that one on the back. So that's kind of what I do, and then for the paving, there usually a paving over here in the corner. I usually the paving pin, and I don't use that because whatever I don't use over here is what goes into able account. With Shannon has we talked about able account yet on the podcast? We talked about able account yet?
That doesn't ring a bell, so probably not.
Okay. So over here in Bill, I also put about $200 out of my security into my able account, and I don't put that in. I put that in my saving account.